Hey guys, it's Carrie.
And this is Joel.
And we are the Quiet Boys
of Truth.
All right, guys, so we are kind of doing a new series just to talk about some recent Q posts, just because Q has been on fire lately and we want to talk about the current things that are going on. We're still going to do our
Q posts running through from the beginning.
Yeah, just for all the new folks who want to catch up on Q, we'll still have those going out for you. But
because,
we're also...
yeah, we don't want anybody getting fooled by imposters like Austin Steinbart.
Yeah.
That was kind of ridiculous.
Oh, that guy. I didn't know who you were talking about for a second, but yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we'll still be doing that, but we also want to talk about some current events that are going on because things are crazy right now.
Yes, things are really crazy.
All right, so Joel's going to start out with post 4096 from today, May 4th.
All right, Patriots, it's time to pay attention because this is where it starts getting real for us. The attack on us, on Q, and on our president has hit a whole nother level. So, post 4096, Dems deploying DARPA-funded AI-driven information warfare tool to target pro-Trump accounts. Troll Trump accounts? No, pro-Trump accounts. This was put out 4th of May 2020 at 10:37 a.m. So Q says, information warfare. Imagine that. Q. And we have a link to a Fox News article over here we'll run over to real quick.
All right, guys, this is a super long article, so I'm just going to read the first half of it and we'll just talk about this a little bit. So it's Dems deploying DARPA-funded AI-driven information warfare tool to target pro-Trump accounts. Okay, an anti-Trump Democratic-aligned political action committee advised by retired Army General Stanley McChrystal is planning to deploy an information warfare tool that reportedly received initial funding from the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, the Pentagon's secretive research arm, transforming technology originally envisioned as a way to fight ISIS propaganda into a campaign platform to benefit Joe Biden. The Washington Post first reported that the initiative, called Defeat Disinfo, will utilize artificial intelligence and network analysis to map discussion of the president's claims on social media, and then attempt to intervene by identifying the most popular counter-narratives and boosting them through a network of more than 3.4 million influencers across the country, in some cases paying users with large followings to take sides against the president.
You know, that's interesting, because what else has Q said that came from DARPA? Oh, it's that social media site everybody uses.
Oh.
Oh, Facebook.
Facebook.
That's right. It used to be called what, though?
LifeLog.
LifeLog, right. Because
Right.
could you imagine a nerd like Zuckerberg actually coming up with that?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's no way.
Definitely
The guy
not.
looks like Data off of Star Trek, like he's his kid or something.
Wasn't he also on Epstein Island?
Oh,
Just a
yeah.
quick
I believe
note.
that he was there.
Yeah, I read a statement that he said about some things that he did there, actually.
Yeah, I read that too. It was
Look that up,
interesting.
guys. All right, moving on to post 4097. That's from today, May 4th, 2020 at 10:43 a.m. Nancy Pelosi blocking investigation into Chinese coronavirus origins. Tax money to Wuhan lab. Why would Pelosi, D in brackets, block origination, source, rollout, investigation of COVID-19 in China in the kill box? Prevent public exposure of truth? Ask yourself why. D, People's Republic of China. Q.
And then we have a link to a Breitbart article here. All right, so the article says, exclusive, Congressman, Nancy Pelosi blocking investigation into Chinese coronavirus origins, tax money to Wuhan lab. And we got a wonderful picture of Speaker of the House there. So, Representative Guy Reschenthaler.
That's quite a name. Okay.
We'll just call him Guy R. Pennsylvania told Breitbart News this weekend that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi would rather investigate President Donald Trump again than focus on the actual origins of the Chinese coronavirus and U.S. tax dollars that went to the Wuhan Institute of Virology, from which intelligence officials increasingly believe the virus leaked. Interesting. So it's always investigate Trump, but when it starts turning where maybe we should look into some of their shady dealings that actually are shady dealings, they start crying wolf and pointing at the other side. well, what's that called, guys? Oh, yeah, projection.
Projection.
All right, so it goes on and on here, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and we're going to link the article down in the description as we did with the one before. On to post 4098. Dropped May 4th, 2020, 11:01 a.m. Obama's parents worked on the farm, or the CIA training facility. And we've got a nice little picture here that Q dropped for us about the definition of renegade, and that Obama personally picked. That's interesting. So, why did Hussein, or as we know him, Barry Soetoro, choose renegade as his United States Secret Service codename? Define renegade. Hussein, or Barry, parents both fluent in Russian? Is Russian a common language to learn? Public career history, mom and dad. Public career history require Russian language as prerequisite? Farm work takes special skills. Q.
And let's read this definition while we're here. So, renegade, a noun, of course, a person who deserts and betrays an organization, country, or set of principles.
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, and also the fact that he picked it. Wow. Well.
Now, I feel like, is this something we've seen before? I feel like this post is very familiar about his parents both being fluent in Russian and all of that
Yes,
stuff.
we have seen this post somewhere else before. And, you know, I mean...
And no, Russian is not a common language to learn. So-
No, it is not. All right, so we'll get on to the next post here.
All right, on to post 4099 from today, May 4th, 2020, 11:06 a.m. This one is titled Attorney General Barr Memo on Balancing Public Safety with the Preservation of Civil Rights. Memorandum from the Attorney General. Subject, Balancing Public Safety with the Preservation of Civil Rights. Many policies that would be unthinkable in regular times have become commonplace in recent weeks, and we do not want to unduly interfere with the important efforts of state and local officials to protect the public. But the Constitution is not suspended in times of crisis. We must therefore be vigilant to ensure its protections are preserved, at the same time that the public is protected. I thank you for your attention to this important initiative and for your service to our country.
Interesting. So, it sounds like those governors that aren't stepping in line and who are willfully infringing on people's civil rights
Their rights, yep.
have been warned, and there will be a price to pay if they try to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all very telling right now who is just kind of taking things into their own hands and doing their own thing and putting all of these restrictions and on their people and
Yep. And we've been told equal justice under the law will return.
Yep,
No more paying your way out of something because you have money.
exactly.
Post 4100. We get a meme from Q. This is a great one. So, it's Thomas Jefferson. Says, when the people fear the government, there is tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty.
Yeah.
Thomas
Love it.
Jefferson.
Right on.
Yeah, well said, sir. Well said. On to the next one.
All right, on to post 4101, today, May 4th at 11:45 a.m. The enemy is constantly attacking Q in order to stop or stall the Great Awakening from spreading. Why is there an active, coordinated disinformation campaign being deployed using misleading headlines, no original source attached, tactics, and pushed in attempt to amplify? Direct original source attacks or push predetermined and orchestrated false claim statements of others, think decodes. Constant MSM attacks, why? When does the enemy expend ammunition? For what purpose? Question what you read from every source. Use discernment. Q. All right, so I mean, to me, it seems like they are doing all of this, making all of these false claim statements, just doing all of this disinformation, which they have been doing for several years, as we know. But it's really hyping up right now because they know that the Great Awakening is happening, and they know there's nothing they can do to stop it.
Yep.
So,
It's all about the eyes on. I mean, you really got to ask yourself, when does an enemy expend ammunition?
Exactly.
Well, it's towards the end. They're losing this battle, and the thing about it is they're firing from the hip, while us Anons and Patriots, with our president and Q, have been sniping these fools from about 2 years away now.
Right. And the whole world is watching. People who had no idea that this was even going on 2 years ago
Are waking up.
Now
they see
it. Yeah.
And
Great awakening,
it'll keep
man.
happening.
They can't stop it.
Nope. Post 4102. May 4th, 2020 at 12:10 p.m. Example of the disinformation campaign against Q. False claim, no original source, Q drop. Good example, see previous post, Q. And we've got a link to a Twitter account here. So the Twitter account that was linked was by P. Genium, I believe that is. If I'm getting it wrong, I'm sorry, man. But it's basically responding to a little guy we like to call Jeffy T, or basically Trump posted something 3 seconds ago guy. So he says, in this case, you bring in the JFK Jr. speculation. Not only has QAnon not said this, but when asked directly whether JFK Jr. is alive, QAnon answered in the negative. The JFK Jr. speculation is fun, but not at all central to the main thesis that QAnon has been rolling out. Dummy.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, how amazing would that be, right? If the whole JFK Jr. thing were true. I really, with all my heart, wish that that were true. I want that to be true. But Q has never once said that that was true.
And also, yeah, he goes on to say here, great point, Sparky, except QAnon has said none of these things. Fake news strikes again. Many others have been digging into the rumors around Hanks, possibly because of the explosion of perverts outed during the whole Epstein thing. But QAnon? Nope.
No, that's right. Q has never said anything about Tom Hanks. I mean, Isaac Cappy, Isaac Cappy, if you guys are familiar with him, he said a lot about Tom Hanks.
Yeah, for
back
sure.
in the day before he committed suicide.
Right.
Yeah, but Q, no.
Right, exactly.
All right, guys, moving on to post 4103, today, May 4th, 2020, 12:53 p.m., and it's more examples of the constant and coordinated attacks on Q. And we've got a link here. All right, guys, so here we are. This link takes us to a whole slew of articles that are basically trying to discredit Q and or make people who follow Q look crazy, or basically link crazy people to Q who should not be linked to Q. Like a QAnon devotee live streamed her trip to New York to take out Joe Biden. Come on, that's ridiculous, man. I mean, it reminds me of the guy who was on trial, remember, and he had a Q on his hand, on the palm of his hand. Oh my gosh.
He killed that mob boss and said that it was because he was inspired by QAnon. Well, guys, Q has never, not once told anybody to go out and kill someone.
Yeah, or to
that
do
is
anything
just
violent
insane.
at all. So
that is crazy person talk right there. So for them to say that, they're actually the crazy ones for saying it, because Q has never promoted violence. Ever. Not once.
yeah, and then, I mean, just look at these titles, guys. I mean, you can just tell what they're trying to do here. Exotic fire dancer, QAnon follower arrested near USNS Comfort with car full of knives. And then they talk about Liz Crokin.
It's everywhere, guys. It's you attack those you fear the most. And for them, Q is that thing.
Oh, look at this one. QAnon believer arrested in Manhattan carrying 18 knives after allegedly threatening Joe Biden.
Right, and that was
Hillary
this, I
Clinton.
believe that was this same lady up here, this gal.
Oh, okay, so they used her for multiple opportunities.
But I mean, they're, this is the same gal, the stripper, right? It's just insane. It's you attack those you fear the most, and for them, Q is that entity that they fear the most, because Q is dropping information into the public eye. That...
Oh, and we'll look at this one. Look what they're trying to do here. Trump spent the weekend tweeting wild conspiracy theories while nearly 5,000 Americans died of coronavirus. Oh,
well,
God,
I would definitely rather read Trump's wild conspiracy theories than listen to the mainstream media and this garbage, because at least Trump's are about 99.9% accurate a lot of the time, unless he's just trolling them, which then it's just hilarious because you watch him go into a tailspin and crash and burn, and we're laughing the whole time.
Yeah, seriously. And, like, just the media is just so out of control right now.
Well, yeah,
even more than normal.
They're terrifying.
Like, it's like, just turn it off. Yeah. Get everybody you know to turn it off.
Just enjoy this show. So, burning on through Post 4104, Fauci knew about HCQ, hydroxychloroquine, in 2005. Nobody needed to die because of coronavirus. Reconcile. That is all Q says right there. And it's interesting, we got a little graphic, and we've got a link to an article here. And the article says, Fauci knew about HCQ in 2005. Nobody needed to die. Dr. Anthony Fauci, whose expert advice to President Trump has resulted in the complete shutdown of the greatest economic engine in world history, has known since 2005 that chloroquine is an effective inhibitor of coronaviruses. How did he know this? Because of the research done by the National Institutes of Health, of which he is the director, in connection with the SARS outbreak caused by a coronavirus dubbed SARS-CoV. The NIH researched chloroquine and concluded that it was effective at stopping the SARS coronavirus in its tracks. The COVID-19 bug is likewise a coronavirus labeled SARS-CoV-2. While not exactly the same virus as SARS-CoV-1, it is genetically related to it and shares 79% of its genome. As the name SARS-CoV-2 implies, they both use the same host cell receptor, which is what viruses use to gain entry to the cell and infect the victim. The Virology Journal, the official publication of Dr. Fauci's National Institutes of Health, published what is now a blockbuster article on August 22, 2005, under the heading, get ready for this, Chloroquine is a potent inhibitor of SARS coronavirus infection and spread. Emphasis mine throughout. Write the researchers, we report that chloroquine has strong antiviral effects on SARS-CoV infection of primate cells. These inhibitory effects are observed when the cells are treated with the drug either before or after exposure to the virus, suggesting both prophylactic and therapeutic advantage. And we'll link this article down in the description so you guys can read it for yourselves. But that is interesting. Nobody needed to die. So, Fauci, what do you think about that, babe? Fauci knew about this since 2005.
I think we knew that Fauci was shady from the very beginning.
Let's be honest. We knew Fauci knew.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, there were...
Thanks, Big Pharma.
We've even seen
World
clips
Health
of him in,
Organization.
2017, saying that Trump's administration was going to face a pandemic.
Face pandemic.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So,
All right, well, let's get on to the last post.
All right, guys, on to the last post for today, May 4th, 2020, 4:15 p.m. And this is a good one, guys. Anons and Patriots are winning the information warfare campaign against MSN, Big
We
Tech,
got it, guys.
and Democrats. DARPA, Facebook, Twitter, Google, Democrats, coordination and development of AI tool in attempt to counter your reach, now public, see previous drop, demonstrates your collective influence. Think MSM daily attacks, losing ground. You are winning the information warfare campaign. Support will always be provided. Undisclosed methods. Q.
So you can see right here, Q is telling us, guys, that we are winning, and as long as we stand by, where we go one, we go all, we are going to win every time. Like Trump said, we're going to win, and we're going to win again, and we're going to win again. And you're going to say, I'm sick of winning. And then I'm going to say, you know what? No, we're going to win some more. And we're going to keep winning because, guys, where we stand together, we will not falter. We will not fall.
Seriously, and you know, we the people, we are taking back this country, and we are taking back this world. And I'll say it one more time, where we go one, we go all. All right, guys, and last thing, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We are just trying to get this message out, just like lots of other patriots out there. The more of us who are getting this out, the more powerful we become.
And we're doing this just because we feel like we need to do it. We're not being paid by anyone. We're not endorsed by anyone. Not that if you are is a bad thing. We're just not. We just feel like we need to help get this message out there.
Yep, it's time to join in the fight.
Because where we go one, we go all. Eyes on Patriots. And thank you for being here with us tonight. And
yep. Thanks,
like,
guys.
share, subscribe, hit that little notification bell for new
and
videos.
Look for new videos that are coming out.
Oh, and if you happen to be new here, don't forget to go check out our other playlist. And New to Q, we're here for you. We go through Q posts from the beginning and we start going through them. So
and also you can check us out on Twitter.
Yeah, check us out on Twitter. We are The Quiet Voice, or Quiet Voice on Twitter. And yeah.
All right.
Call's good. Call's good. Whatever.
Have a
5
good
by
night,
5.
guys. Love you guys.
And don't forget, where we go one,
We go all.